What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. I recorded this video a little bit ago, but I'm uploading it now and there's no audio, so you guys are gonna get a voiceover of what happened the past couple of weeks. So if you guys watch the last video, I did a whole hard plumbing video on how to install this fleece roller right here. You can see the fleece is doing its job. It's collecting all of this gunk and kind of automating everything, so I don't have to uh, do the whole cleanup every couple of days. The water fills up, hits that trigger, and it rolls in new fleece, working perfectly good for me. And that's the chamber right there where I used to put in fleece manually to filter out all of that gunk. But for 189, I'm very happy with it so far. You guys watched the last video when I was doing this install. I like disturbed the whole sump and everything, all the gunk down there, disturbed it all up, and at the same time, up top right here, you guys can see my sand bed, the wave makers. It's moving all of the sand to the side right there, and I was dumb. I tried to like manually scoop up sand and move it into the bare spots right there, and in doing that, I think I crashed my entire tank at the same time when I was doing the GHL install. So you can see my sand right there. It's all the wave makers pulling and pushing all of the sand towards one end, and I was trying to even it out. So I was picking up handfuls at a time and putting it into the bare spots right there. And when doing that, I believed I caused an ammonia spike or some type of spike. Uh, Whatever that sand dust cloud hit, all of the corals were just like kind of melting away. So GHL was in, but parameters look okay through GHL, but all of my corals were not happy. So the very next day, all of my GPS was reseeded. You didn't even see any green in there. My mushroom was spewing its guts out. It looked like squiggly spaghetti coming out of its mouth. All of my Euphilia, they're all reseeded in. And I thought they were just something happened. For sure, I knew something happened, and I changed out the carbon, hoping that the next day they would be okay. But after 3 days of everything being unhappy, I had to do an emergency move and move all of those corals into my other tank, which is across the room right here. You can see this is my Red Sea Reefer 350. You guys follow along. It's like been up for a long time now, 3 or 4 years. It was just leathers and anemones and just kind of chugging along. And the parameters in here were okay, and as a last ditch effort, I moved all of my corals over here. So you can see right there, the candy canes took a big hit. I lost a lot of heads right there. It was like a big ball. Mushrooms right here, as I was telling you, it was spewing out its guts, reseeded, losing color, everything. It's looking like it's recovering right now. So we're on our way to recovery. Up top right here, those jawbreaker mushrooms, they're all very small and look like they're on their way out. Looking very happy right there, especially the baby, like doubled in size in this tank. And then you can see the torch right there, looks okay. I lost one torch, it's like a short little one. I lost it, threw it out. Up top further, you see some frog spawns. It's looking very fat and plump. The one on the right still looks like it's still not happy. I think I need to do a dip or something like that. And then further up top, you see some more digitatus, things like that. They're all okay. This is a hammer right here. It was like 1/10 the size. I've never seen this hammer that fluffy in here. It's a rock of mushrooms. You can see up top right there. It's still recovering, but that cloud hit that top part. All of those mushrooms were like burned or something, and then the ones on the side, they still look decent size and plump. But yeah, I think it was an ammonia cloud that hit all of my mushrooms. Whatever it hit, it just kind of like irritated the mushrooms or irritated the corals to the max. Right here is the Space Invader Chalice. It was doing okay, but it was up top right here, and something knocked it over and it landed on some other corals and they're stinging each other. You see some bare spots on the side and right near the center right there, but hopefully it recovers. You see more Euphilia, and then right up top, my bounce mushroom. That thing was shriveled up. In here, it's looking okay. I'm sorry, I did not scrape the glass here. That red part right there is a watermelon chalice. It's a digitata colony right here. The purple leather. Saw a bushy in here and looks very happy. In the WaterBox 7225, it was looking bald, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everything looks like it's super happy here. I might just keep it here, but I do want to move things over to the WaterBox 7225 because that's the main display. I was hoping to take this tank down, but since it saved my corals, I'm just gonna keep it around for a little longer now. Didn't want to run two big tanks like this. But over here, whatever corals were left in here, they're just certified bomb proof now. So GSP looking okay. And then there's two leathers of the same genius in here. They were not bothered at all, but maybe because they were like up top, they didn't get hit with the cloud. They're looking okay, and I left it in there. These ugly Captain Jack Zoas, probably a pest nuisance. They're bomb proof. They like were unfazed at all, so they're on the sand bed and even made it up to the rock work right there. You see little pieces of crumbs of that digitata colony. Maybe we could build a whole new colony from these crumbs right here, but we'll see. See the clothes back there, they're still okay. The main thing in this tank that I care about is the two CC Infernos right here. Started out as one, they're looking fine. Like, so with the crash, it looks like the whole tank, the cycle's restarting. So you see diatoms all over sandbed, going through the whole ugly phase again. It's just a big setback, you know. So we went through all of this in the beginning stages of building the reef tank, and then to have it reset and then restart the cycle again is just disheartening. But we didn't lose any fish, just a couple of corals. What's interesting is down bottom here, if you guys followed along, you know that I drilled a UNS shallow tank to be a frag tank down here. It was bare bottom before, and I recently added a bunch of crushed coral in here and just threw all the plugs down here. It's a whole collection of zoas and pallies down here, but the cloud didn't hit this area at all, and the zoas and pallies look perfectly fine, and they're multiplying down here like nothing happened. So they're either immune like the Captain Jack zoas up top to whatever happened, or the cloud just didn't hit it and they're just whatever's about it. So you guys follow along the last couple of videos. This tank was just thriving, and I thought I would install this GHL monitoring system in there, and then have everything keep thriving, because it felt like my tank was going through a whole glow up. I was very happy with everything kind of thriving and filling in and all of that, and then you just get set back like this with a crash, and this hobby is full of up and downs. And I feel like if I didn't have the Red Sea Reefer running, I wouldn't have a backup place to put those corals to kind of save them. And if this was my only tank right here, I would have had to kind of bear with it and then watch all of my corals kind of perish, and that would have put me out of the hobby. I would have quit the hobby if I didn't have that Red Sea Reefer as a backup and saving those corals. But with that in place, it just gave me a second chance. So here's to 2024, guys. See you there.